Welcome to 5th grade book talks for November. Hello, 5th graders. It's Sarah, the book talk librarian from the Saratoga Springs Public Library, and I'm back again this month to tell you about 8 awesome books. No matter how hard Clea tries, she can't finish her homework, and she often says whatever pops into her head. Her schoolwork and her friendships are suffering. She gets diagnosed with ADHD and struggles with her diagnosis. Read this book to see what it's like to live with ADHD. Focused by Allison Gerber. Hootie's pediatrician tells him that he needs to lose weight, and this really concerns his parents. And so they decide to enroll him in a variety of sports, none of which Hootie is interested in. But guess what? He meets Chunky, his imaginary friend and personal mascot. Chunky is Hootie's own personal cheerleader, even though each sport goes terribly wrong. Can Chunky help Hootie find his best self? Chunky by Yehudi Mercado. Ben doesn't know his mother. She left Ben and his father so long ago that Ben has no memories of her. Ben's father loves him very much, and so does his dog Sunshine. Now Ben is going to spend a week with his mother, who lives all alone on an island with no electricity. Just Ben, his mother, and Sunshine. He doesn't understand how or why his mother could have left him so young. Will his week with his mother help him? There is a big twist in this book, and this book might make you cry. Sunshine by Marion, Dane, Bauer. Shanice is obsessed with fast pitch softball. She is her team's captain and on the only all-black team in her league. Her team is on the path to be league champions, and this takes up so much of Shanice's time. She is also uncovering a mystery about her grandfather, who played in all-black leagues called the Negro Leagues in the 1920s and was about to be recruited to the major leagues as one of the very few black players. Now Shanice is a little torn in 2 directions, leading her teams to the championships and solving her grandfather's mystery. Fast Pitch by Nick Stone. Iris is deaf and uses sign language to communicate. She loves science, and in school she learns about a whale named Blue 55 who can't communicate with other whales. Blue 55 is known as the loneliest whale in the world. Iris feels that way too, a lot of the time. Through her love of fixing old radios, Iris sets out to find a way to communicate with Blue 55. This book made me cry at the end. Song for a Whale by Lynne Kelly. Yared lives in Addis Prime, a mythological Ethiopian empire, and his best friend is a bionic lioness called Bessa. Together, Yared and Bessa dominate an augmented reality video game called The Hunt for Caleb's Obelisk. Yared never logs in with his real name, but in one event he has to, and this changes everything. His city is attacked and his uncle goes missing, and Yared is somehow at the center of all of this chaos. The Last Gate of the Emperor by Kwame and Mbalia and Prince Noelle Makonnen. Mary's parents are always working. They are working so much that Mary hardly knows them, and she lives mostly by herself. Then they tragically die in an accident, and Mary moves to New York City to live with an uncle she doesn't know. While trying to find her way in a new place, she discovers an abandoned garden on the roof of her uncle's apartment. She discovers another secret as well. I won't tell you what it is, but Mary, together with some new friends, begins to secretly restore the garden and maybe heal her life. This graphic novel is a reimagining of the classic book, The Secret Garden. The Secret Garden of 81st Street by Ivy Noelle Weir. Carl isn't super happy with his life. You see, Carl and his father basically live off the grid. But Carl does go to public school. His dad doesn't have a job. He barters for everything the two need. They have a huge garden and chickens and pigs. Now Carl is getting older and is a bit embarrassed by his life. While feeding his dog one day, he comes across a puppy training pamphlet and decides to apply these tactics to his father. Can he train his father to be normal? What is normal even? How to Train Your Dad by Gary Paulsen. All of these books are available to borrow from the Saratoga Springs Public Library, and most are available on ebook and audiobook. Happy reading, everybody!